Okay, we are start streaming to YouTube now. Should come up shortly.
Morning, Prof. Karim.
Good morning. Who is there?
Vincent,
Prof. Vincent.
UMS.
Okay, Prof.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you here. Prof. Vincent Pang from you retired already, right, Prof?
Not yet. Retired from admin.
Oh, retired from admin, but you are still in the academia. Oh, very nice to see you.
That's good.
Prof. Vincent from UMS.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very nice to have you here.
See you.
So we will be starting soon. We will be starting at 9 lah. All right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Selamat sejahtera and hello everyone. Welcome to our webinar this morning. This webinar is organized by Pusat Pembangunan Kecemerlangan Akademik or Center for Development of Academic Excellence, CDAE, University Science Malaysia. So this is one of the a series of webinar that we organized almost every week. And today, the title of our webinar is Gamifying Learning using Genially. So we are going to learn a tool and the tricks of the trade of using Genially to create, to bring the element of fun, but not just fun, but it's a meaningful fun to provide the best learning experience for our students and to engage them in the course. So with us today, I have invited two practitioners that have been using Genially, and they will share with us how they create stuff, how they create learning activities in the form of gamification with us, and they will be showing us some of the products that they have created and walk us through how to create the games step by step. So I hope the outcome of this webinar this morning, at the end of this webinar, you will get some ideas how to use Genially, free application to create some elements of gamification in your learning. For your information, before I introduce the speakers, Genially has been around actually for a few years now. I think I discovered Genially perhaps about 2 years ago or earlier than that. At that time, not many people, when I mentioned Genially, not many people actually know about Genially, and maybe they don't really bother to check. And at that time, very little information available even on YouTube. So I tried to find a tutorial on YouTube, and there are not many. And those few videos that I find on YouTube were in Spanish because I discovered Genially was not a product from US. It was actually product. It's a startup company based in Spain. So it was in Spanish language here, and there are not many tutorial in English. But I still I follow I watch the tutorial in Spanish. What's more important is to see the steps that they use to to create learning activities or games, interactive games in Genially. So in general, Genially is is a tool that is very powerful if you want to create interactive presentation, interactive learning activities. And since they were launched a few years ago, they become better and better, and they have added new features. And now they, I think, one of the very powerful tools that we can use to create any form of interactive learning activities. And what's most interesting is they have created many templates for gamification. So this is what we want to focus today. So I have invited two speakers. Thank you very much. We have Michelle Leong here. Hi, Michelle. Good morning, Michelle. Thank you very much for accepting my invitation to share about Genially this morning. Michelle is head of department of language. I forgot to note down just now. It's a language department. I think, Michelle, you please introduce yourself later on when you start, yeah? From OUW Malaysia KDU in Penang, yeah? Then another speaker, we have Puan Nazirah Johar. Assalamualaikum, Puan Nazirah. Terima kasih kerana sudi untuk menerima jemputan saya untuk bersama dengan Michelle pagi ini. Puan Nazirah dan juga Michelle memang dah menggunakan Genially. Jadi mereka boleh berkongsi, dan Puan Nazirah daripada Pusat Pengajian Sains Kesihatan daripada program nursing, ya, program kejururawatan, ya, program kejururawatan di Universiti Sains Malaysia. Dan Puan Nazirah telah banyak menggunakan Genially dan telah create tutorial, video tutorial untuk menggunakan Genially yang saya telah sharekan di dalam Facebook. Dan juga saya telah create satu playlist di mana dalam playlist ini semua tutorial yang bagus-bagus, all the good tutorial from Genially, from other people, from Puan Nazirah, I put in one playlist, and you can find that in the chat box in the Discord channel, yeah, in my Discord channel on Genially. So you just join the Discord, and you will find all the good tutorial on Genially will be there, and I will continue to add on when the new tutorial on that playlist. So don't worry if you want to learn. You may not be able to learn everything in this webinar, but after that, just go to the Discord playlist or to YouTube, and you will find a lot of good tutorial how to use Genially. So I think that's about all that I want to say this morning. So maybe now I would like to pass over the session to Michelle. And Michelle, don't forget to introduce yourself briefly, yeah? And the floor is yours now. Silakan, Michelle.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. It's really a great pleasure, and it's an honor to be invited by you to give this sharing this morning. So my name is Michelle, and I'm actually from UOW Malaysia KDU. I'm based in Penang, the Penang campus. Currently, I'm at the Georgetown campus, and we do have one at Batu Kawan as well. So coming back to this topic here, I think the little introduction of myself will do, yeah, Prof?
Yeah.
Okay, so Genially was first introduced to me by Prof. Karim. I think that was it 2 or 3 years ago when you did that sharing in the workshop that I attended, right?
Oh, okay.
So that was when I got to know Genially. And then I think after that, I kind of like have forgotten about Genially until recently you share with me again about Genially. And I was like, oh yeah, this tool, I've not used it for a long time. Let's visit it again. So when I went in and then I actually discovered, wow, so many things have been added into this app and it's really cool. And what really caught my eye at that time was the game, the interactive game, the breakouts, because currently I'm actually teaching a course, grammar, and you know English grammar is actually everybody's cup of water.
Boring.
Yeah, I know. It's like I say, everybody's cup of water. You got to have water, but it's not everybody's cup of tea or coffee. Yeah. So I know, and I know exactly how my students feel, especially coming to tertiary level, and still they have to do grammar. It's like, oh, why, miss? Why do we still have to do this when we have already done this like for so many years in school? And you know how grammar has always been perceived. It's just boring and it's difficult to understand. So that became actually my challenge on how do I engage my students, and what more now with this whole thing turning online and all. So it's really difficult because when I was having physical classes with my students, I always have games. There are plenty of grammar games that you can play in the classroom. But when it comes to online and students are remote, so that's my challenge now. How am I going to get them engaged, get them interested, and still learn what they are supposed to learn? So that's when that I thought, okay, why not just give this game a try? So that's when I started to explore, and then I did the first one, basically just fiddling here and there without looking at any tutorials. I was just just playing around with the features, and just as I go along, I was creating the questions as well. So I shared this with one of my colleagues, and my colleague asked me, how much time did you spend doing this? I said, well, I think if you put solid hours and concentrate, it shouldn't be that long. But because of me, not knowing what's going on and just fiddling, so it took me a while, and I didn't really have the questions or the storyboard with me. So it was just like, just going along with it. So it took me about like 3 to 4 hours just to set up the whole thing. But I think if you had everything ready, it will take less time. So therefore, I have actually write a simple guide to share with all of you here today, so that you won't end up like me having so to spend so long just to set up a game for your students. So let me share my guide. Give me 1 minute. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
See.
So this is a simple guide that I've set up to kind of like help you to get along to design your own interactive game. So in this guide, I have the what, the why, and the step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go to the what first. I'm sure you who are not quite familiar with Genially, you'll be wondering what is this all about, right? So what exactly is Genially? Like Prof. Karim has introduced, it's actually a tool that brings content to life. Basically, it's bringing even like images, instead of just having just an image, now you can have an interactive image where things can pop up from your image. But the one that we are focusing on is actually the interactive game feature that is available in this tool. So what exactly is game and what exactly is gamification in learning? So if you want, you can actually read through every single information buttons that I've put in here. So basically, gamification is about using the game mechanics to get people to engage in what they're doing, to motivate them to take some action. And of course, for us in education, we want to promote learning and to encourage them to solve problems. So gamification is really an integration of the game elements and the game thinking into activities that are actually not game. So for example, in my situation is where I'm teaching grammar. Basically there's no game in it, right? If you were to think of it, but I'm trying to bring the idea of game into teaching grammar. So game actually have many distinctive features which can encourage students to participate actively in learning. Because when you talk about games, games are, involving all the participants as actual users, active users.
Shell, we lost you. Okay.
Hello,
No, we lost
can you
you
hear
just
me?
now.
Yeah, you lost me
Yeah,
for a
okay,
while. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm back. So in games, you can actually accumulate points so that you can get a winner at the end of it. And of course, there will be levels that the participants will have to overcome. And you can also actually create badges as rewards once they have completed whatever actions that they are required to do. And of course, when it comes to games, there is always this competitive thing about ranking. Who is the first, who is the second, and who is the third, according to how they have achieved and what they have achieved in the game. So then you might think about why do I really need games in my class? So speaking from my experience, like teaching grammar, basically my concern was just to get students to be active, get them to be really, engaged in their learning. Now, research has actually shown that gamification actually affects students' behavior, commitment, and motivation, and can lead to improvement in their knowledge and skills. So game actually excites us, it motivates us, it can boost concentration, can develop persistence. So in a way that, well, you fail that level and then you have to try it again and try it again until you get to the end. Games also encourage collaboration if you're using it as, one person to complete one part of the game, another person to complete, and then another one to complete, and they come together to solve a bigger puzzle. This is something that I have in mind now, but I have not really created yet, a game that actually will encourage my students to eventually have various clues from each of their games and then to solve a bigger puzzle. So that probably will be something that I will work on later. So lastly, games actually maximize our abilities. It creates challenges for you to really think and think and think so that you can actually use your ability to your best. So Zuckerman has said that the use of game mechanics actually improve the abilities to learn skills by 40%. You can read more later when you click on the info button. So then, how do we go about using this game element thing in Genially? I'm going to walk you through to 5 steps. The first one is, before you start, think about your learning outcomes. What is your learning objective? What is it that you want the students to achieve in terms of their learning after they have completed these games? So as you do that, you also should consider how your results will be measured. Yeah, how do you know that they have achieved the games by their own, with their own effort, and whether they have really learned what you asked them to learn at the end of it? Basically, in terms of Genially, it's really a game where there will be no feature that can, how they say, put the student's name and then you can track. So what I've done in terms of measuring the results is for us in UOW, we actually use Canvas as our platform. So I will put the link to the game, and for as they proceed, as they progress through the game, they will have to collect some clues and hints and whatever to move forward until they come to the end of it. So then back in Canvas, how I will ensure that they actually really did it is I will put a quiz in Canvas, and in my quiz, I will be asking questions regarding the process that they go through during that game. Okay, so you might want to think about something like that if you really want to measure the results of your students' achievement using your own institution's platform or another platform that you are comfortable with. Okay, so another one very important thing in this first step is to describe the learning task. What is it that you want your students to do? Okay, so basically here, I want my, if you look at, I think Prof. Karim shared one of the games that I've created, right? So
yeah, I've shared the two games in the chat box.
You shared both. Okay. So in the first one, I think the factory one is actually to encourage my students to learn times and tenses. So in that particular game, actually, my main learning outcome is so that students can use the correct tenses. So my learning task in that particular game is where they will have to go through a few levels to solve the questions based on the tenses, selected tenses, not all tenses, like things like past perfect tense, past perfect continuous tense, simple past tense, and all these things. So those were actually my learning tasks that they have to go through in order to get to the last stage. Then after that, I come to deciding on a relevant theme, like what theme do I want to use for them in terms of, getting them to go through the stages in the game. So then, like I mentioned earlier just now, when I started designing my first one, the first one is actually that factory game. I basically don't really know about what this game feature is in Genially. So I just kind of like go through the templates, and I think that, oh, this one looks quite interesting, and I started building it based on that theme. But by right, I would say that you should actually think about the theme before you start designing your game. So in the second one, I actually had a relevant theme in mind first. That's the one on how Sarah got a job. So that one, I actually had a theme in mind, and then only I went about looking for a suitable template. Okay, so that's the first step. The second one is, once you have got all these things ready, then you need to plan. You need to create your so-called, I would say, the storyboard, your blueprint, how you want your learners to experience the game, and how do you want them to overcome the challenges. Okay, so you have to think about how many stages. In Genially, it's very often how many missions, they will call it. So every mission is like a stop where they need to, come to solving a little puzzle before they move on to the second mission. So you have to think about how many different missions that you want to create in your game, and then have that drawn on paper, or you can actually use, there are plenty of apps that you can use nowadays. Basically any mind mapping app such as Poplet will do. But like I said, with my first game, I practically had all my blueprint just in my head. I didn't have it written anywhere. I just went along as I designed it. But for my second one, I actually planned it on a piece of paper. I scribbled it, and just to think about, okay, if they have solved the first question, how does it lead to the second one, and how does it lead to the third one? And once they've completed these three, what is it that they have to do? And then it goes on to the second mission. So that's what I mean by a blueprint. So once you've gotten the blueprint, then it'll be pretty easy already. All you have to do is go to Genially. If you have got your account already, just log into it. If you have not, you can just easily sign up for one. You can click on the info button here, and that will take you to Genially page. So there are actually many different types of templates that you find under gamification. There are the click to action, there are the games and breakouts. So basically, the ones that really caught my attention is the breakouts, the one that you see that Prof. Karim has shared. So look at all the templates there. Find one that really suits your learning objectives, and you're the one that you feel that it will be easiest for you to put in all your questions, and it has got the relevant storyline. Okay. Then when you have selected your template, all you have to do is just put in your questions, put in your tasks as you edit the template. You can basically change some of the images if you think that is not suitable as you go along. And lastly is, of course, the most important step, that is to test it out. Do your alpha testing, do your beta testing. So I actually share it with my colleagues and my friends in my alpha testing. I think some of them are here today with me. They have tested it out before I actually release it to my students. So when I release it to my students, I get them to try it out. And then after that, when I meet them in my synchronous learning session, I will ask them their feedback. How do they feel about it? So generally, the feedback I've gotten so far, the students say that it's interesting. But of course, there are some who say that, oh no, miss, if you don't get the clue to one of it, then you are stuck there forever and ever. But of course, some of them actually also said that, oops.
That's in part semua.
Please mute the microphone, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So some of them did actually tell me that they can't find the clue to solve it. So what they did was they actually kind of like share it in their WhatsApp group and ask, hey, what's the answer to this one? So that's when there's a little bit of collaboration where they discuss how to solve that puzzle in order for them to proceed to the next mission. Okay, so far, any questions?
Yeah, there's one question. I think. Yeah. By the way,
Okay.
the guide just now was created using Genially. Yeah, Michelle.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, that's from Dr. Hafizuddin. I have a question. Let's say we deliver at 9:13. Yeah. Let's say we deliver our lecture using Genially with full interactive contents. If students ask for a copy of notes from my lecture, how do I do that? Can it be in the PDF form?
So if you deliver, how do you mean for Genially? Can you be copied into a PDF format?
Yeah, I guess
Can
that's
you
the
convert?
question. Yeah.
Yeah. You can actually, but if I'm not wrong, I think it has to be a paid account in order to download it as a PDF format.
I'm not very sure whether the paid account can do that or free account can do that or not. Puan Nazira, boleh ke? Kalau free account boleh download sebagai PDF lah?
I think we can download through PDF. Never mind. I'll show you after this. I'll show you after this.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm using the free account today for the demonstration, so we can check out after this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Great. So let me just, I think Prof has already shared my game, so I'm just going to run through with you briefly. I believe Puan Nazira has very good tutorials to share as well on how to develop all this. Okay, so basically what you do when you get into your account here, you can just click on Create Genially and it will bring you to all the different types of learning activities or learning objects that you can create for your students. So for the one that we are talking about today is this one, Gamification. So you click Create and it to all these templates here. So this is actually a paid account. So you will see that there are many templates. So they're divided into click to action. Click to action is basically just like, okay, I can just show you. Okay. So It's just a before and after, very simple thing, like where you have just things like this. So perhaps this is in my discipline, I would think of it as like, you know, you show a picture of a car, and then the on the other side you can just like have the word car. So for those who are teaching very content-based type things like concepts and definitions, this will work.
It's called flashcard, I think. They call it flashcard. Yeah.
Yes, also known as flashcard. That's right. So they have many different kind of templates here. You can see. Then they have these games. These are actually more of like, you know, like a maze kind of thing, where you can start from here and then it goes all the way down to your solution. So I'm also really interested in this one, but I haven't had a chance to create one like this yet. I'm also looking forward to creating one soon. And the one that I've started using is this one, the breakouts. This is where you go through the games, you know, in terms of the mission after mission after mission. So once you have like, say for example, you are interested in this mystery breakout, okay? You can just click on it and just have a look at the templates and like see what is it like, whether it's something that you really want or not. I cannot. That button is there blocking me. Yeah. Okay. Say for example, you're interested to use this. So all you have to do is to click use this template. And it will bring you to the editing page. This is where you will be able to add your questions, add your introduction to describe the mission that your students will be on. So it's almost like creating PowerPoint slides. It's just that in this Genially, they have already helped you to link the pages together so that when you click on intro, it actually goes to the introduction page. When you click to character, it goes to the character page. If you think that this is not what you want to change the linking of the page, it's also very easy by just clicking on it, okay? You can actually change the linking of the pages. So say if this is something, wait, yeah, it's blocked here. So say if I want to, for example, click on this one here and make it link to, for example, maybe another page. Okay, let's try another page first. So this is the current page that I'm on, which shows the characters, but I want this page, when I want the character that I click afterwards to go to, for example, this page. All I have to do is just click on this and I click save. So then when I preview, sorry, I need to just click ABC first. Okay, so then from here, when you see the pen here, and I just click and it goes to the page that I want it to go to. So it's really easy for you to edit the template as the way you want it to be. Everything is just there. All you have to do is make sure you have your blueprint ready. Make sure you know what is it that you want and how you want your game to flow. And then you edit as you go along. So all these images can also be changed according to the pictures that you want it to be. Let's look at the question. So here you can easily just click. Today is today, right? Put your question there, and then you can put in the wrong answer. Monday.
we can change the background picture as well, right, Michelle?
Yep, that's right. That's right. Sorry, it's locked. Let's put today's Friday, right? Okay. So let's say if I were to preview this one, so what day is today? And so if it's Monday, which is a wrong answer, it will lead you to the wrong one, and then it clicks try again. So all these are actually ready. And if you click on the correct answer, it leads to the next question. So these are already in the template. All you need to do is just edit it according to what you want. And you can also change the background image if you don't want it. So what you do is you can go to background here. In terms of changing the background, they have many resources which are ready built into the app here. You can find pictures from Unsplash. You can find pictures from Pixabay. And you can also upload your own images here and put it as a replacement. So example, if I want to use another picture, let's see, something that is blue, just, yeah. Yep. So this is my image that is an overlay because there's actually another picture at the back. Okay. So you can actually just, images as you go along. So once you're done, you're all set, you can click all set here, and it will come to this page where you can keep it private if you are using a paid account. I don't think you can do that for a free account if I'm not wrong. And if you are in a paid account, you can choose if it's public, whether you want other people to reuse your template or not. Create your title and also a description. The description will appear at the bottom of your game. And then if you want it to be protected with a password for maybe for a selected group of audience, you might want to do that. So you can also put all this in. And once you're done, it's all set, okay? And you can actually just share by copying as a social page. And then, sorry, excuse me. Here. And your game will appear already. So you can actually click a link and your students will be able to have access to the game. So that your description will be here, your title will be here. Okay? Any questions?
Michelle, maybe you want to show a little bit on how to link from one scene to another scene, maybe the branching
Okay.
scenario. How do we link up? When you click, let's say Monday just now, it will go to another scene, which basically another slide.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep.
So that's
okay. So this is it's similar to the one that I've shown just now regarding the character. It's the same thing. So where is the question that I've put just now? Okay, here. So here, this one, this hand button is the one that you can click on it. And from here, you can select which is the page that you want it to go to. Because this is the wrong answer. So you want it to go to this wrong answer page. Okay. And then once you've done that, you click save. So say, for example, this is the correct answer. You want to go to the correct answer page. So you will find the correct answer page. I can't remember which is the correct answer page. Never mind. Let's just say it's this page and you click save. So when you view it, you'll be able to see that when you click on this, it goes to the page that you want the students to go to. And then they can actually go back by clicking the back page or the home page. Okay, another thing that you can do is also to add background audio. If you want, you can add your background audio. But I'm not too sure if the free account you or not. So background audio can be anything like, say for example, I put this in.
I think can go free.
I think can, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think can.
You can add free. I mean, you can add background music.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
As well as record voiceover as well. I think.
Voice over. Yeah, by adding in your own narration. So once you've done this, so when you share, sorry, you will have this one that it says turn on the sound. So previously there was no background music, so that button won't appear. So once you have add in your audio, you will have the speaker button turn on, and you can actually allow audio to be turned on or off. Okay. So there are also many other things here that you can put in. For example, text, that's quite straightforward. I think the different kinds of fonts that you can use, there are many templates here as well. Images, where they have ready ones like all these cutouts and from Unsplash and Pixabay as well. Also the GIF files. You also have all these icons type of the flat icons kind of an images that you can put in. For example, you know, like this, you want to put in here. You can also do that. There are also interactive elements. Interactive elements are things that will seem to kind of like illuminate when you put it in. For example, yeah, I put in this one here. I put it bigger so that you can see it, yeah. So you can actually change the color as well. Say I put it to red, and you can see that it has got this emulating thing at the bottom. So when you view it, you can see that it appears slightly different than the normal ones that you have. You see that there, you know, it has this interactive element in it. So similarly, everything that you put here in Genially, you can actually link it to whatever things that you want them to link to. For example, if this particular one, and you want to link it to maybe a link. So you click on it and you put in, you paste the link here and you click save. Then it will take you to the link that you want your students to go to. So let me just show you.
And the interactive buttons are what actually give the power to Genially to make the game or to make the presentation very, very interactive.
Yep, that's right. Okay, say that you want your students to click on that button and come to this page here. So you can paste the link here, and usually I would prefer that it opens into a new tab so that the students can actually go back to the original page in Genially to refer to. I'm asking them to find in the page. So I would prefer it to open into a new tab. So if you don't want, you want it to replace the page that your students are on, then you can actually click on the second one. So I click save, and let's try and see, yeah. So once you have the interactive element on, you will see that the little hand is there, which indicates that this is something that, you know, students can click on, so that it will bring you to this page. In addition to this, you can also link this to a tooltip tooltip is where you can actually put in a link as well. You can put in an image, but this will actually appear. Oops.
It will pop up.
Yeah, as like a pop-up thing. So if
Pop-up
I
window.
just how are you, then you can actually also adjust the font color and everything. Okay, so I click save and let's see what happens. So you see, once I put my cursor nearby, it will pop up the message that I want my students to see. So the other one that you see beside just now is the window. So this one will be, if you read the description here, yeah, it tells you that for a window, right, it will open when you click on the element. Just now, the tooltip is where you just go nearby and then it will pop up. But for a window, it will open when you click on the element. So it requires you to click. So this is usually for when the content is kind of like a lot.
Yeah.
And you require, students to view it for a while, and you can scroll it, then you will use this one. But if it's just for a short thing like that, then you can actually use the tooltip function.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Tooltip is usually when the content is only, very short, and window is where you have more text. You can combine even in one window. You can combine text with video, with image,
Yep.
or with any interactive component as well.
That's right. So once you've done that, there is also this function here. I don't know, what does it look like? Does it look like a meteor? Okay, so this one is actually to allow you to, chat box is blocking. So it actually allows you to create animation of how you want this particular this object to appear on your screen. So how does it enter? Okay, the entrance, how does it exit? Do you want it to be a continuous thing, or you want it to be just like, hover mouse and then things will be animated? The direction of how it appears, and also the different kinds of effects. As you can see, as I'm just moving my mouse around, you can actually see the different effects already. So say the entrance, and I say it goes to the right. Okay, so when you click on the different directions, it will give you the different kinds of effect as well. So let's try this one, and I put rotate down. Okay, then you can also adjust the speed of this particular element. So if I put 0 second, basically once you click on the page, that's it, it appears, it starts to appear. But if I put it like slightly slower, it starts only like 0.5 seconds, or just to make it more clearer, just to make it clearer for everyone, I'll put it at 1 second, and you see what happened. Okay. Can you see the object coming in? Yeah, slowly.
Yeah.
So that's how you can actually add in additional animation. Basically, if my suggestion is, if you are new and you're just trying it out, best is if you choose really suitable, relevant theme template for yours, and then you start with that. And once you are kind of familiar with everything already, then maybe you will want to play with all these animations, to make things come in slowly, come in later, and then exit, and so on. So I think there is just the one that I created. Excuse me. Let's see. Where I actually play with the entrance and the exit buttons for the dialogue. I think it's this one. The one where Sarah's got a job. where the mission is for you to help Sarah to get her motivated to get her job. Taking a bit of a time. Okay. So for this particular slide here, so for this one, if you see the so you see actually this is actually a dialogue here between these two persons. I make it come out one by one, and then it disappears as they talk. So it kind of like create the real effect of you watching this whole thing as this person is talking live. So that's how you know, to create that kind of element. You can actually use this I don't know, the meteor button. So I have to kind of like time the sequence. So this is 1 second, and then the next one is the next one is this one. This is 4 seconds later, then it's 6 seconds, and then this is 8 seconds later, and so on. Okay, and how I want it to exit similarly, you know, 6 seconds later, and then this one to exit like 8 seconds later. So you just have to adjust the timing and make it appear and off and appear and off. All right.
It requires some planning here, right?
Yes, that's right.
It can be a bit tedious, but after you do it a few times, and it becomes second nature.
Yes, that's right. After, you know, you that's why I said first try one template, the ready template, and just try to put in your questions and all. And then once you're more familiar with the features, you can start to play with the animation more.
I think with the I think that the basic interactivity elements and the buttons are there. You know, it depends on our imagination and our creativity. We can actually create so many different things from Genially.
Yeah, you're right, Prof. Okay, so that's all from my part. Perhaps
We
one
have questions,
Azira will share
our
with you
questions.
more. Oh, you have questions? Okay.
Maybe we look at the questions from Azrael here. So Azrael, can Genially support group work activity, collaborative activity? I think yes, right?
Yeah, you can actually do some kind of group work activity, but that requires even more planning. Like I mentioned just now in my introduction, one of the ideas that I have is where, you know, I would think loosely my plan is to have, say, for example, there are 3 students in a group. So each one of these students will only solve 1 or 2 missions, and they come together then to solve another bigger puzzle, another bigger game. So you can actually plan for them to come together to collaborate as one game at the end of it. But that requires more planning because it's actually a bigger thing then.
Yeah, a question from Dr. Dr. Fizudin here. Can Genially generate marks for each student for the quiz?
Unfortunately, I don't think there is this element for assessing in terms of giving marks.
Yeah.
Because it's just an interactive tool for students to engage in their learning. So what I've done is to use my my LMS on campus, which what we have now is Canvas, to create a simple quiz there. And in my quiz, I actually ask my students questions regarding the game. Say, for example, the one on Sarah, the one on how you help Sarah to get the job. So in my quiz in Canvas, I ask my students questions like, how far is it for Sarah to drive to work, you know? So if they have gone through the games, in one of the sentences, the answer is there. It's an hour. Okay, so that's how I will actually gauge whether they did participate in the game or not. And of course, when it comes to the actual learning outcome of the game, which for that particular game, it was to see whether they know how to use but and do correctly or not. So I can also embed questions like this in my Canvas quiz to ask them questions like this. See whether they can apply correctly after going through the game.
Yeah, currently I think Genially has no way to, I mean, they don't have a kind of a grade grade book. It's not really for assessment. Genially is actually for us to create interactive activity, and we can design it in such way student will learn something, a concept or grammar in this case, whatever. But the actual assessment can be done as a separate quiz using the normal tool that we have. But I have seen requests by users to request Genially to also include a feature of assessment as well. So maybe they are working on it. Another way is we can embed the Genially activity or the game, whatever, in our LMS, like in our USM using Moodle. So we can actually check a student once the student complete that activity. So the LMS will record as completion. Maybe meaning that they have completed the activity. So it's just a status of whether they have completed or not. Yeah. Okay. There's a question from Dr. Nick here. How long did you take to prepare the game? One game.
I've shared earlier that the first game on the factory one, it took me about 3 to 4 hours. That's partly because I didn't have a storyboard.
Yeah.
I did not have any thinking. It's just that I went to Genially and then I saw this breakout and I was like fascinated. And then I was thinking, oh, my next topic, my students, always have problems with tenses. So that's when I thought, okay, why not just do something and see whether it will help them or not? So that's when I just just went along and create. So that took me about 3 to 4 hours to put everything together. That also include me thinking about the question I want them to answer, the types of tenses that I want to test them on. So that's why it took me a while. But my second one, I think it took me solid hours, maybe about 2. Because that one, I actually have a paper plan. I draw on paper how I want it to link and how the questions will be like. But then it took me a while to get the animation, the one that I showed you just now, where the dialogue and also the other slides and all. So that's why that one took 1 to 2 hours. I think if I just use the template as it is and I just put in all my questions, it probably just take an hour or so.
Yeah, I agree. I think minus the planning, planning the storyline, planning what actually you want the students to learn and so on. If you have everything ready, plus the resources, the pictures, if you want to use additional pictures, music, things like that, the actual time to put things together in Genially, probably I would say 1 hour or 1 to 2 hours. But if you are like me, perfectionist kind of person, will take longer. But now I've learned not to be so perfectionist. So, but I would say the average, depending on the complexity of the game, 1 hour minimum. I think 1 hour, 2 hours perhaps. We can listen from Puan Nazira later on whether that is a kind of average time that she take. Okay, let's see whether we have another. Yeah, we have answered. Okay, let me check on YouTube. Can upload image or sound? Yes. Generally support mathematics symbol or not? I think yes. I think if I'm not mistaken, mathematical symbols. Yeah, I think that's all from YouTube. Right. So, anything else, Michelle, you want to add on before we pass over to Puan Nazira?
No, have fun, I would say.
Okay, we can always, after Puan Nazira, we can, jump in to add on anything. Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
I'll still be here.
Let's learn now from Puan Nazira. Boleh?
Yay.
Silakan Puan Nazira.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good morning to everyone. My name is Nazira binti Johar. Prof, can you listen me very well?
Boleh. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, can hear you clearly.
Okay. Alright, I start to share my, I share my screen first.
Okay. Okay, screen dah keluar dah.
Alright.
Alright.
Okay, firstly, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Nazira, and I'm working as a tutor, nursing tutor in the School of Health Sciences, University Science Malaysia in Kelantan. And today is our leave day. Okay. And I started using Genially when Prof. Karim went to the school for a workshop for to develop a micro-credential program. Oh, before that, I would like to apologize if I cannot use my because my English is not good. I don't use English during my career as a nurse, because in Kelantan everyone speak Malay, even Chinese, Indian also speak Malay very fluent. So we use Malay very much. So please forgive me if I cannot proceed my presentation fully in English. So I have to mix with Malay.
You can do in Malay also, Puan Nazira. I think because most of our audience also are Malaysian, I think.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll mix.
Okay. No
right.
problem. No problem.
Okay. I use Genially since last year. In the when I developed micro-credential modules. But then I feel this is a very interesting software or apps that we can use. So I use Genially also in my teaching. And also I developed a MOOC, Massive Open Online Course. I also use Genially. So before this, I use as a free package. So when I found this is very interesting, so I subscribed for student package, which is about 60 ringgit. When we use student package, we can use 10 premium templates. So when I create more and more content using Genially, I think 10 is not enough for me. So I subscribe for Genially Education. So I have unlimited access to premium templates. So I think it's worth for our money, because we can create so many things with Genially, not just games. I use Genially for my lecture presentation. So this is very interesting apps. So today I would like to share with you. My experience in using Genially to create games. And I will show you how to share and which platform we can share this the games. Right. As for the introduction, we use gamification to increase student engagement and learning. When we said about gamification, it is a learning activity that we include game-like elements. So student will learn, and student will play the games and also learn. All right. So this is something very interesting, because if we give lecture, the student will only this is a one-way communication. But when we give them games, they can play the games by themselves, and they can learn at the same time. All right. According to Department of Education Australia, Effective games typically feature a series of goals or progressions, clear rules, elements of story, high interactivity, and continual feedback, including some kind of reward. In Genially, we have certain of these. We have some of these elements. We have progression, but the student have to remember how many questions that they're able to answer. So at the end of the quiz or the game, they will see how they progress. Meaning that if they answer more questions, then we will say well done and it's good effort you have take. Then that's something like that. Okay, clear rules. As a teacher or as a developer, we can state the rules before they can start the games, or it's up to you. It's up to us. Elements of story, yes. There are games that have story, so they can play the games while looking at the the story. For example, there is a game that I think it's a garden games lah. If the student able to answer, they can get one animal, and then they can add more animals. So that is a progression there. Okay, high interactivity, of course, and some of the game have a reward. At the end of the game, the student can get, for example, free tickets for traveling ticket. So that is kind of reward that the game provide in this in their templates. Okay. Game can enhance, according to the Education Department of Australia, games can enhance student focus and motivation and can provide the freedom for students to try, fail, and explore. In Genially, we have different level of difficulty games. So some games is very easy to play, and some game is very difficult. I will show you how difficult it is. And if they can try again and they can play again, so this is something good for them to learn. All right. Okay. They also provide tips. In order for us as a teacher to create the games and for the student to be happy with the games, we as a teacher, as a developer, we have to be familiar with the software. So in this case, yes, it's a good effort for you to join this webinar, because you can get some ideas on how we create the games, and then after this, maybe you can explore, because Genially offer a free a free account. I mean, if you don't pay anything, you still can create games. But certain software or application, they don't allow you to enter their platforms if you don't pay for it. All right. Okay. We create games as a valuable complement. For example, if we teach about as for example, for me, I'm teaching a basic nursing research for second year students. So in order to make them understand more on that topic, for example, how to do the data collections, then we create a game that relate to the data collection, so that they can understand, they can see better. So this is a complement. This game that we want to create is not a break, it's not a distraction or a replacement, but it's a complement for the student to understand better. All right. Okay, where is it? Okay, there are a few templates that I will show you how to play, so that you can get ideas on what you can do for your subject. This is a stem flip, free template. This is how we play. The student, we just have to add sentences here, and then maybe you can put it true or false, and then the student may answer the question in their heart, or they can say it, and then they just flip. Okay, the answer is true. Why is true? This is there is reason here. This is we as a developer or a teacher have to prepare for them, so that they can learn about this thing. Okay, for example, which of the following is a greenhouse gas? So they read and then they guess, okay, I want to answer water vapor, maybe. Then the student flip. Oh, my answer is wrong. Okay, the correct answer is all the above. So that is how this game works. This is a very simple and straightforward game. So no challenge at all for me. Right. This is trivial quiz. This is also free template games. And I'll show you how to play. They just have to press start and then answer. Global warming is caused only by natural factors. If they answer it right, then there will be sound there, and also the box will be clicked. Okay, that is also reasons. So that's how the student can learn about the topics. Okay, which planet's poisonous atmosphere? For example, we want to answer it wrong. All right, we answer Earth. So that is sound there. So this kind of sound make the game more interesting, and they want to answer until the end of the game. All right, this is how it works. Okay. So if the student is not able to answer the first question, then it will go back to the same question and answer. So maybe if want to make it more challenges, we can ask them to answer within a certain period of time. Then who able to finish the game within the specific period of time, then the student will be the winner. So this is we can play it in our class also. Escape game also a free template, but this is quite challenging, and I salute Michelle for exploring this game. I took some time to explore this game, and I found it's quite difficult because so many things we have to plan. Of course, we have to have storyboard because this is a very challenging game. And maybe sometime we can give this kind of challenges game challenge that can challenge the student. So and the thing about this game is most of the images here is locked, so we cannot change. We can I don't know how to relate the images with our topics. I try to make the research ethics escape game, but I cannot think about how the student how am I going to put the questions or anything about this. So
Yeah, are you sure the image is the images are locked? We cannot change.
Yes. All the image is locked. And
I don't think so. I think it can be changed because the one that you showed just now, the factory game, I actually used that for that factory game, but I changed the cover image.
Oh, but I don't know. I cannot change. I cannot because it stated lock. So
There is a button there that you can click to unlock.
I see.
I think if I'm not wrong, the free account, because when I created that factory game, I was actually using the free account. I managed to change the image as well.
Maybe I didn't found the button. Okay, this is that quiz. This is also free template. So actually this is a very plain page here. The hands is inserted by me by using animated background. So we can add on the background to make the quiz more fun and more interactive, more attractive. So I put also this picture of this baby. So let's have a look on how we play this game. Okay, this is how in Genially, we just have to replace these sentences with our own words, and then we put wrong answer here, we put right answer here, and wrong answer here. We don't have to worry about where the page will bring us, because the Genially have create a good template that we just have to just replace these words. Then the game will work by itself, right? Then for example, if the student click at there is sound hit there. So quite interesting. So what happened if they answer it wrong? That one is very simple game also. I think no, it's not as difficult as this quiz. Okay. this one is a premium template. So if you want to use this template, we have to subscribe for either student package or education, Genially education. Okay, I'll show you how to play this game. All right. Okay, there is a time count here, and also this game have a sound. So all the time count and also the sound will distract the student attention to answer. So they will have to listen, to have to think, and eat distraction. So that is why this game become more challenges, right? So I will share with you this game, and we can try to answer. Okay, if we answer it right, then the sound will disappear. So all right, we can proceed, and then okay, the time is running, so the student will have to think about the time and also the movement of the car. So all the distraction make the game more difficult for them. All right. Okay, we go to the next game. This is also a premium template, a bowling quiz. Okay, we see how the games works. Okay, if they answer wrong, then the ball the bowling ball will go. Okay, all right. What happened if we answer it right? Okay, I use this game while I presenting my lecture. I'm giving a lecture to the students, and then I stop for a while, and then okay, also in WebEx, and then I stop for a while the lecture. Then okay, we will do this quiz, and whoever want to answer, make sure your answer is true. Then open your unmute your mic, then you can answer. So in between the lecture. So I use this quiz. Okay, this is also a premium template, Genial Wheel. So this is how the game works. Okay, there are points here. There is points here. So if the student answer true, all right, they can do the. Okay, they can proceed, and okay, for 100 points. Okay, if they answer it wrong, then that's how the game works. Normally, I did this kind of game and I put in e-learning before the class is started. So the student have to answer. The student can go to the e-learning and play the game first and make mistakes because they don't even attend the lecture yet. Then I give lecture. Then after the lecture, I ask them to go back to the game and play again, so they can learn by that way. So this is pinball game. I think most of us is familiar with this game because during our childhood we play this game a lot. I don't think our teenagers, our students know about this game, but we can introduce them this game. So just please start, and then this game also has sound. If you want the game that have sound, you have to look for the sound button, right? So what happened if we answer it wrong, right? Which of the is? I'm not sure. Oh, sorry. It's okay lah. Okay. Okay. So if the student able to answer right, then they will proceed to the next question. So there are 5 questions here. Okay. Okay. For me, creating a game for education is not that. I want to say it easy because I use these apps a lot. Because I can produce a game within maybe less than half an hour because the template is there and you just have to replace the sentences and all the images with what you want, and it's very easy. We don't have to think about to link here and there because the template is already did that for us. So it's very easy. So normally after I finish preparing for the lecture, I will open Genially and prepare games, maybe less than 30 minutes, because we have our lecture and we have all the questions. So we just copy from our lecture and then paste in the Genially. So from the student feedback, most of them think that this is very interesting, and some of them asking for more. Puan, please buat lagi Puan, we want more quiz. Something like that lah. Some of them really enjoy. Okay, we just have to sign up. If you don't have any Genially account, you just sign up. If you have a Google account, that it will be very easy for you. You can sign in using your sign up using your email address, Gmail address, or okay. I will just show you after this on how we what Michelle showed just now. We just go to the gamification and click at create, and then we choose a template. There are so many templates, so we can preview. You have to look for the number of questions, how many questions the template have. Any sound, if you like sound, then you can choose the template with sound, and you have to play yourself first before you decide to choose the game. So in preview page, you can see everything. Then only you enter the template, and you just replace the text and images and click offset and share. We can share in WhatsApp, we can share in Facebook, in email, in websites, or in any platform such as Moodle, e-learning Moodle. If you share in WhatsApp, this is how the student can get. So every one of us, of course, have a WhatsApp group for student. So you can put this inside the e-learning and also in the WhatsApp, so they can play the games using their phone. So they don't have to log in or whatever. They can just play immediately. So this is how it's look in WhatsApp. This is how it's look in e-learning. Okay, so we can when the student open the e-learning, the Moodle, they can see the game immediately, and then they can play the game immediately. No need to click at the link or whatever. Just play with directly can play this game. Okay, I also create game for my micro credential and for MOOC. This is how it looks in micro credential page. Same like in e-learning, and the audience, the students of our modules can play the games immediately like this. Just press and continue. So this is very interesting because certain, for example, if we create presentation and record presentation using Canva, the Canva only provide link. So we just have link. Then the student can just see the link. So it's not attractive. So for Genially, the front page of the game will appear on your page. So it attract people to start playing with the game. Right. Okay, I will show you before we go to the Genially platform. I have created some guidebook for. Before this, I also share about how to create presentation, how to create an interactive image, and I have this copy of PDF. Inshallah, I will paste the link inside the chat box, and you can have a look. And I also have a YouTube channel with the name of Nazira Johar. So in that YouTube channel, I share about the tutorial about Canva, a bit about Canva, and Genially, because I'm using Genially Education, Doodly, and also Screencast-O-Matic. So if you like to use these 4 apps, then you can subscribe, and I'll try my best to provide the tutorial that to share what I know about all these apps. But the tutorial is in Malay. All right. Now I want to show you how I put the games in the e-learning. Okay, this is e-learning. Okay, most of these topics I created games or quizzes for the students, but I didn't show every single games. When the okay, now the student will have a test in another 2 weeks. Okay, after mid-sem break, and they will have a test. Okay, then I open all the games so that they can come to the e-learning and practice. So every topics have their own games or quizzes. So for example, this topic is about research approaches. So this pinball game is about the research approaches. So this is the sampling technique. So they can have a look at the lecture presentation, recorded lecture, lecture notes, and also the game. So I think I have done. I try my best to make the student understand and able to memorize whatever it is. Then I really hope that the knowledge will stay longer in their mind, and so that they can use it in the future. So I'm also hoping that by using these interactivity elements, the knowledge will will stay longer in their heart or in their mind. Okay, so every single lecture have their own quiz, so or games. So and the student can come back here and also do the revision by playing the games and also read the lecture notes. Okay, the other things that I want to show you is I use a lot of Genially in my micro credential and MOOC. Okay, for example, this is the quiz that I created for micro credential. Since this module is not launched yet, and I think I want to change. Before this, I just explore about quizzes, and now I'm exploring about games, and I think I want to replace this quiz with games. Before I get familiar with the Genially, I don't know how to find out templates that can provide more questions. For example, these templates we just have can provide can put 5 questions. So I have 10 questions. So I have to do 2 games. So I think it's quite maybe it's interesting, but for me, if I can get a template that can give me 10 questions, that is will be better much than this. So this is very easy. If you want to include this game inside the open learning platform, either it is the micro credential or MOOC, we just have to click edit and then put here, we put integration, and then we choose HTML snippet and drag and drop anywhere we want to put. Then we go to Genially and click the share button, then paste it here. So it's very simple. To share Genially is very, very simple. So you don't have to think about being a tech savvy person. Then only you able to share. No, it's very simple, very easy to do. Okay. All right. Now I want to show the Genially using my free account, and even though you don't subscribe, even though you don't pay anything, you still can create many games for your students or for your audience. Okay, as what Michelle showed just now, we just have to click at the gamification and then click create. The difference between a free package and a premium package. In premium package, we can create folders. So if you have, if you want to create games for your MOOC, for your micro credential, for your student, you have 3 subjects for this course. So it's good for you to have a premium package, educational package, because you can put folders here, up here. So it's easy for you. All right. Okay, this is all the templates, 37. I counted this last night. There are 37, about 37 of free templates. So we can choose from the 37, we can create quiz. If you don't want to subscribe and you want to see how Genially works and is it worth for your money, then you can just go and do certain games. You can start with a very easy one, or even this quiz or looks heavy because a lot of illustration there, but sometimes it's very easy. Normally the free template is very easy template to use, except for the escape game. Okay, you need time to explore the escape game, of course, right? So the best thing about Genially is when I first subscribed for Genially early this year, the template is not as much as this. So if you keep using this, you can see the new templates coming in. See, this is new, this is new. So this is new. So the new template is coming in. So you don't have to pay again and pay again. No, the template will come by itself. So we can keep using. And okay, this is back. Okay, this is my creation in these free templates. The thing is, even though you subscribe for a student package, you can use 10 premium templates, but you can recycle the template. If you want to recycle the template, you just click here and duplicate, and you rename the quiz. You create another one, and you can duplicate and reuse the template. So if you think before I subscribe for Genially Education, I subscribe for student package, 60 ringgit. And if when I want to change the to update to premium, I just have to add another. I don't think it's not not much. Even though the package is 100 plus, but if we have paid for 60 ringgit before and we want to update, then we have to pay not much amount of RM lah. I mean, we don't have to pay that 100. They will deduct with all the package before. So it's up to you. It's your decision. Okay. So why I said that I can do the quiz within less than half an hour, because if you it will take some time. This template have sounds. See, this is the sounds icon here, and this template have sound. So if you want to make it complicated, you just have to replace the words here. Okay, what quiz is this? Okay, I want to make it for example, climate change. Okay, so we rename the quiz, and if we want to make it more customized to our course, then we can add text here. Okay, we just choose text. Okay, this course is your name. Maybe we can put our name here, or we can just put our course code. Okay, right. For example, then we can change the text color. So this is very easy. Easy apps to explore. So everything is provided here. Then you just have to take your time to explore for the first time. Then if you if you are already familiar with the apps, then you can create very fast. Okay, just okay, this is the word pages here. Right, you go back to the page, and then you can go which page you want to edit, then copy from your lecture or your question you have in your mind, then you type in, and then you put wrong answer here, right answer there. Then it is very easy. So we don't have to think how to link with the what happened if the student need okay, how to check. Okay, we can click at here, and then there's button here. If the button is colored, then the elements, interactive element is already there. Okay, all right, we can have it, we can check. All right, okay, for example, this is the current page and where the page is linked. If the student, okay, the page is linked to this last page, the error page. So from my experience, if you don't want to have headache, you can just use whatever it is. But if you you have capability to explore and you understand very well how the linkage is work, then you can add more questions. Okay, for example, they provide 5 questions here. Then you want to add more, another 10. Then you just, okay, this is 5/5. So meaning that this in this template there are only 5 questions. So if you want to add more, you just stay at the current page, and then you just click add page. Okay, which page you want to add, then you can add, and then you try to understand how they link, then you can do it yourself. So you can add any page. For example, if you want to put this question page, right, it's not difficult to do, but you have to understand how it works, then only you can do. Okay, we have new page here, so we have to replace the number here. The question becomes 6 already, so this is 6/6. So we have to link this box to the error answer, link this box to to the right answer, and then we have to link this page to the next page. That's how it works. So if you understand, you really understand how it works, then you can do. So how many questions you want to add is up to you. Okay, for the beginner, for my advice, it's good for you if you can use the ready-made template, and you already can make one game. Okay, I think Michelle have shown everything about this, how to use these templates, and I think that's all I want to share. But if you ask me, after I subscribe for the 4 application for the Screencast-O-Matic, I paid for Screencast-O-Matic, Genially, Doodly, and Canva. All of the apps is worth for the money, and the only thing is Doodly is quite difficult. You have to have the storyboard, we have to have an idea how to create animation, then it's quite challenging, and I use Doodly very rare, very infrequently lah. But all those 3 apps, I use them very frequent in developing content for my students and developing content for MOOC and also micro-credential. I think that's all from me. I want to pass it to Prof. Karim. Thank you very much for listening.
Prof, you are muted.
Okay. Okay.
So
thank you very much. Thank you very much, Puan Nazira. While you are presenting, Michelle and myself, we are busy answering questions and also sharing resources in the chat box, in WebEx, and also on YouTube. So I guess there are a few questions here. Some we have replied in the chat box. So, but this for WebEx people, for WebEx participants. So maybe let's pick up a few questions for the benefit of our YouTube audience. Oh yeah, I saw another question just now, which Michelle has explained about. Genially is not really meant to do the assessment per se, but we can use Genially to create learning activities, gaming, gamification, interactive activities, and so on. Then the assessment we can do based on that activity, we can do the assessment separately using the normal, quiz, whatever tools that we use in our LMS, in our learning management system. Yeah. So we can use Genially basically to add element of fun, but not just fun per se, but meaningful, purposeful fun. So always keep in mind that we don't want to do things that has no purpose. We always use any tools. Remember, I always keep repeating and reiterating these words. A fool with a tool is still a fool. So, so always remember this. Genially, Doodly, Canva, just name it. Those are tools. So we want to master the tools and use it meaningfully, purposefully, so that we can get the impact. We can get the outcome that we want. We align with the learning outcome that we want for our students to get to achieve. Yeah. Okay. Michelle, Puan Nazira, maybe if you can pick up any question that maybe we have not addressed. Otherwise, I want to share a few things before we wrap up the session. But let's look at if we can pick up some questions. Maybe you can check on WebEx. I will check on YouTube if there are questions there. Hi, Umawati, Dr. Umawati, how are you? Okay, there's no question on YouTube, I think.
There is one in WebEx, I think by Mageswari.
Yeah.
Genially tool in a way applicable for clinical teaching in nursing. I think definitely yes. Yeah, definitely. It can be an interactive tool to engage students. Basically, what Puan Nazira has shared just now about the simple quiz that you can do with your nursing students. And I think another one that is really useful is the click to action, the flashcard, because I believe in nursing, there'll be a lot of terms, scientific terms, right, that you need students to learn. I think using the flashcard, the click to action one is really good because you can, put the term there and then students can click and see whether they get it right or wrong. The definition, the feedback is all there. So yes, I think it's definitely possible for nursing students to use this game to engage them to learn.
Nursing, definitely. Clinical, definitely.
Yes, Puan Nazira is from clinical background, right?
So just be creative. The limit is just our imagination and the effort that we put in to really put our thought, because initially you need to invest time here to really, perah otak lah, to be the creative part of our brain, how to design the activities using the tools and the features, the interactive features in Genially. That's the most powerful. Yeah. So we have to utilize that. What we have covered so far is only the tip of the iceberg. The tip of the iceberg. Yeah. So feel free to explore. Any more question there? Okay. Meanwhile, maybe I just share a few things. Okay. First of all, I'd like to invite all of you to join my Discord, especially the channel, the Genially channel here, which I've given the link in the chat box, the Discord channel for Genially. So here I have created a playlist. Yeah. So all the videos I can find good one from YouTube, from Genially YouTube channel, and also created by others, including Puan Nazira here. So I will keep on adding good tutorial here, so that all you need to do just come to this page and just go through the video. So I like to create this playlist usually for myself first, then I will share with others. Yeah, this is how I do. And feel free also to explore other channels in my Discord here. I'm into a new project now, writing interactive story, writing ebook and USM is creating a platform. So I would like to take this opportunity to invite all of you to have your ebook on our platform. You can sell it, you can make it available for free as well. Yeah. So the platform will be ready by March next year. Okay. So when we launch the platform, maybe you want to have the kind of the privilege to have your books there during the launching. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. Let me share. Genially, not here. Yeah, Genially has created a Genially Academy, and I've given also the link in the chat box. So basically, this is where for new users of Genially, you want to learn just about any aspect, any features, any tools available in Genially from A to Z. A to Z. So just come here. Apart from the resources which I have created in the playlist here. So Genially Academy is a place to go to start. But if you are very adventurous, like Michelle and me, we just go and jump into the water and create our game. So that's what happens, which I want to share with you. Before that, pricing, yeah, pricing. Okay, now always watch out. I think Genially has just done close the Black Friday sales, I think, but maybe they will have a Christmas sale soon, or maybe sale after Christmas. Apa dipanggil lah? After Christmas punya sale tu, lupa apa nama dia. The Christmas
Boxing
sale.
Day, boxing.
Boxing, yeah, Boxing Day, yeah. So watch out for the, maybe you don't want to subscribe now, watch out for the sales price, you know, maybe they will give a special price. Otherwise, the standard price is, if you take the Edu Pro, is a $499 per month. This one based on the annual education, choose education and annual plan. So it's about $60 lah, 5, 12, okay, about $60 per year. And those are the things you can, the features that you have access to, yeah. A lot of features there. The free one, of course, there are some limitation here and there. But if you want just to explore first, just to get used to familiarize yourself, you can start with the free one. I think even the free one is also very generous. You can do a lot of things just to get yourself into the kind of, you know, the feel of what Genially can do. Yeah. Okay, this one, Michelle's one. Okay, on YouTube, you'll find the channel for Genially channel. So I would encourage you to subscribe to Genially channel here. Okay, they have a lot of videos there. They have what, 50% in English, 50% in Spanish. But even the Spanish one also, don't worry about the language. You just see what they do on the screen, and you can learn also. Okay. Now, finally, I want to share my the first game that I created using Genially, and it is basically just like Michelle. I don't plan the story. There's no storyboard. Everything is was in my head, and I just choose a template, and I create the story as I go along. You know, as I went along, I create the story. So this feel free. I have shared the link. So let me go through. Okay, this is the button. See, and this when I click will lead to another scene, and I just change the text. Yeah. And as you can see here, you can create an interactive story using Genially. Okay, Anda telah bersedia? Okay, pengenalan. And the picture you can change. Yeah, the picture you can change. You see there is a hotspot there. So I forgot to change the text here. So pengenalan. You can go back. You can see go back here. Pengenalan. Teruskan. Okay, there's a description of the mission. Okay, then there's a mission, 2 mission here. So first mission, okay, there's a description of the mission. Teruskan. Then question number 1. So this is where the learning comes in. You know, you can use a quiz embedded within the story, and this can be choose your own adventure story as well. Okay, so the novel coronavirus is same as COVID-19. You see, there are 2 choices here. Each choice will lead to a feedback. Okay, let's say correct or wrong, the student will get a feedback why they choose a wrong answer, why they get a correct answer. So that is where again learning can comes in through feedback. So let's say I click wrong. So in this case, yeah, the answer is correct. Well done. Yeah, well done. Teruskan. So if I if I choose the second one just now, if I choose this one, correct, it's a wrong answer. So it goes to another slide. So we can have this thing here, and maybe the text here can change, and the bear here, this like the warning, you know, because you get a wrong answer, but you get a feedback here. Think again, COVID-19. So that's the explanation here. Actually, teach the student or tell the student why the answer is wrong. Think again, the answer is wrong, so you give some explanation here. So the student will go back. So you can see here, they can go proceed to the next question if they get it right, or they can go back to the original questions after they got some feedback here, why the answer was wrong, and they can go back and now answer the right one. And then from here, they can go to the next questions. Okay. And let's say, let me just go through this one. A person who has no symptom of COVID-19 is, so this, wrong. Okay. Okay, good, well done. Teruskan. So can you always tell someone who has COVID-19, so this is the wrong one, this is the wrong one. If they say the right one is this one, so if they choose this one, yeah, got the bear say, wow, you know, beware of the bear, think again. So kembali. So maybe, okay, they're not sure yet. Still, after that feedback, they're still not sure whether this one or this one. Okay. Oh, wrong one again. Okay. The feedback again, kembali. So now I know the right one is this one. Okay. Then I can go on, go to the next question. Yeah, finish the first mission. And I got the reward here. The reward here is this nuts here. Okay, siap misi 1, dapat kumpulkan buah ini. So in this case, the student is playing the role to help Mimi Situpai with the mission. Okay, so now jom teruskan and go to the second mission. Okay, then let me just do this very quickly. Question 1, washing your hand is enough to, yeah, true. Okay, so I just want to get this question done. People leave always more at risk, false. Yeah, okay, teruskan. Once infected with kita, 2, okay, teruskan. So I want to go back. I can go back actually if the answer is wrong, but I want to save some time here. Then finish completed mission 2. Tahniah, anda telah berjaya membantu Mimi Situpai. Misi berjaya. So bila ini ada hotspot, which Michelle has shown how to create a hotspot just now through tooltips, yeah, using the tooltips. This is an example of where you use the tooltips just now. Okay. Ya, so cukuplah bekalan makanan Mimi Situpai sepanjang musim sejuk. Okey, teruskan. Okey, ganjaran, reward. Mimi Situpai berbesar hati nak bagi upah. Dapatkan ganjaran itu. So this page is password protected. So the password here is Tupai. Okay. So and masukkan code. So just now you get a code somewhere just now. So the code is Tupai dan tamat. Yay, dapat hadiah. All right. Let's see how it looks like. Let's see how it looks like in the design part here. So let me how do I? Let me log in and show you the back end, yeah, the back end, how I design it. And remember, the game just now was designed on the fly. No planning, no storyboard. It was impromptu, so the story just came. And okay, this is the actual thing, but let me show you the original template. So it is under interact gamification, yeah, under gamification, and it is it under gamification? No, under presentation.
Gamification, it should be there. I
That
remember I saw it there.
Oh no, not.
Or learning,
Under interactive image, ke?
learning
Don't think so.
Template just now.
It should be under gamification.
or quizzes, learning activity.
Hmm?
We have another one. Learning.
Is it gamification? Saya dah lupa dah.
Maybe learning what?
Let me see.
Learning experience or in learning experience, Prof.
Learning experience, yeah.
I think so. If not in gamification, maybe it's learning
Learning
experience.
experience, yeah. Okay, learning experience. Lupa.
No, I don't think so. It's not there.
Not there. Under apa ya? Lupa pula dah.
It's under breakouts. It's under gamification, Prof. Under breakouts.
Gamification, under
You have to
breakout.
scroll. Yeah, under the
Under
breakout.
breakouts.
You scroll all the way down. Yeah, there. Kids breakout. Yeah.
So, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, inilah rahsianya. Saya tak buat apa pun. Saya gunakan template asal je. Okay, let's see how the template looks like, ya. Okay, so use this template. So, I just tengok, okay, nampak template ni, okay, nampak okay. I can go through the template and see if I like use this template. So when I first let me stop this one. Okay, when I first saw this template, I have to figure out, okay, because you have to understand the story first tau. So ini asalnya macam ni, ada 3 mission. Ada 3 mission sebenarnya. So bila saya tengok tu, let's see ya, one by one, every slide here. Okay, ini yang asal ya, ini yang asal. So teksnya pun Lauren Ipsum apa semua tu kan, itu kita boleh tukar lah. So first I need to understand apa story dia sebenarnya di sini ni dan senario dia. So I tengok okay, kemudian dia ada ini mission yang pertama, ini dia punya warning kalau soalan salah, ini mission number 2, dan ini question untuk mission number 2, dan ini completion of mission number 2, number 2, dan ini pula ini kalau apa, so then I tengok pula ada mission number 3. So I tengok, wow, okay, in the end I decided to only do 2 mission because I can't wait to get my story done. Then I delete all the slide here for mission number 3, so I end up with mission 2 and mission 1 and mission 2. Then I try to come up with a story lah, with a story. So storynya inilah dia storynya, yeah. So so let me go back to my story. So, no. Let's show you how it looks like. My creation. Oh, we have another 4 minutes because we planned 2 hours maximum here. But let me just very quickly show Mimi C2Pi, the structure, how the structure looks like. Okay, this is how it looks like. Yeah, this is how it looks like. So you see, you can duplicate the slide. For example, I duplicate and give the name so that you know which is which. Yeah? I have to duplicate this. If answer, let's say mission number 1 here, sorry, mission number 1, this is the description, then mission number 1 start here, then question number 1, can see here, question 1 of 3, yeah, question 1 of 3, wrong or correct, question 2 of 3, question 3 of 3, okay, question 1 of 3, wrong, when it's wrong, when the student choose wrong answer, it will go to which slide. So we have to check which slide it will go. So question number 1, it will go to, if the answer is wrong, it will go to mission 1A wrong. If the student choose the right answer, it will go to mission 1 right. Yeah, mission 1 right. Here, sorry. Mission 1A correct. Okay, well done. So if the student choose the wrong answer, it will go to mission 1A wrong. And the same thing for question number 2, 1B correct, 1B wrong. So the same thing. So you just duplicate the slide and put the right response or the right feedback in each slide. Yeah. So that's how it works. Very briefly, you can duplicate the slides and give the names so that when you link the slides, you know which slide you want to link up to. So this can sometimes, if you don't give the proper name, you can get confused here. Even sometimes when I first tried this one, even when I put the right name, sometimes when I want to link, I have to be careful so that I don't link to the wrong slide. Yeah. So that's basically just to give you a rough idea how you can use Genially. As you can see, and probably you have seen so far, there's so many things, the possibilities that you can do with this Genially is just amazing. Yeah, it's just mind-boggling to me. And remember that Genially is continue to add on new templates, new ideas based on the feedback, and they have a very good team, very good supporting team. So to me, if you put some money, invest in Genially, I think you can do a lot of things in creating interactive learning activities for your students, gaming, gamification, which without this kind of tool is nearly impossible for us without engaging someone who have the technical skill to help us. But this one, DIY, DIY, do it yourself. You just come up with a storyline. You just come up with your games, and then align the activities to the learning outcome. Then you can integrate this into your LMS and just provide the learning fun, the learning fun to the students while going through the content. Yeah. So I think that's about all that I want to share.
Prof,
Yes.
I don't mind, just a word of caution for everyone here who is creating the quiz. Just you mind me sharing my screen just for a while so that I can actually
I'm
show.
I'm done here. So yeah, please add on a few more things.
Just a word of caution, because when we create this game, right? So you will see as you go into this game, and if you're on your laptop, on your computer, you can actually scroll down all the way and you will find the transcript. The entire transcript of this. So you can see actually some of my answers are reviewed here. So basically, if you don't go through the entire game, as in really play it on top here, you can, the students can actually get the answers, the solution here. So I'm keeping it this way because I actually wanted to show the difference. If you actually put your answers or your passwords to each of your mission, right, by just putting it as a text, if you go through my game afterwards, you will find that the passwords given in this game is actually a text. So if it appears as a text, it will appear in your transcript. So you have to be careful. So if you don't want this to happen, you will have to embed an image. Like in this particular game, my clue to each mission, right, is actually embedded as an image file. So that way it doesn't show up in my transcript here. It's the answers are not here. So even if they go through my entire transcript, they have my questions and all the options here, but they don't know the solution. They have to go through the game in order to solve everything. So just a word of caution to the dear colleagues here who are going to create a game, because students might be able to read your entire transcript here. Okay, that's all from me.
All right. So any more question? Maybe one or two more. Last one. You can unmute the microphone if you like. By the way, if I saw someone ask about CPD, there's no CPD point for this webinar because we are done with our LPP, so there's no more CPD. All right. So any more
Prof,
question?
kami ada lagi Prof yang tak boleh, yang masih ada peluang untuk hantar LPP, tak cukup 0.5.
No, yeah, unfortunately for this one, we thought, we have done our LPP, so we don't have a CPD for this one.
I have one question in the chat box.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Dr. Saliza, I think, asking about the blended status in e-learning. If we embed the quiz inside the e-learning, we choose the activity one, so it's counted under activities. It's
Yeah,
counted under
activities.
Mm.
Yeah, for the blended status, yeah. This one is for USM lah. Michelle mungkin tak faham because we have to achieve so-called blended status by the criteria that we need to fulfill. For example, X number of activities, things like that. All right, so I guess that's about all that we can share with you. Again, these are only the tips of the iceberg. It's just basically to give you some ideas how to use Genially to design a gamification, a simple gamification. It can be quite complex gamification as well, as part of adding interactivity and also bring the element of fun and to give the very nice good learning experience for our students. Michelle, Juan, Nazira, and myself, we are not ambassadors of Genially. This disclaimer here. We are not getting any special prize from Genially. No, we are promoting this because we feel because we have experience using Genially and we know can be a really powerful tool that it's really such a waste if educators not using it in addition to other tools out there. Yeah. So with that, I would like to thank on behalf of CDAE USM. I would like to thank to Michelle and also Puan Nazira for your precious time sharing your precious knowledge with all of us here, and to all the audience here, the recording of this whole session will be available on my YouTube channel. So please feel free to share the link, and whatever resources and the link that we have shared with you, please share with your circle, with your friends, with your colleagues, because the idea is we want this knowledge to be shared, the skill to be, shared with everyone in the education. Yeah, don't keep it to ourselves. Any little knowledge that we have, share, because the more you share, the more you gain. Trust me on this. Yeah. So with that, have a nice day, everyone, and have a nice weekend. and let's start creating content with Genially. Terima kasih dan saya sudahi dengan Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you and see you all again.
Thank
in
you,
other
everyone.
webinars. Thank you.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you, Prof.
Terima kasih banyak-banyak
Okay.
semua, Prof.
Thank
Michelle,
you.
Nazira,
Thank-
walaupun tak ada my CPD. But anyhow, terima kasih banyak. Belajar ilmu tu yang penting.
Bye-bye. Okay.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, all. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There's
Saya kena copy email sekejap, so jangan end lagi deh.
okay.
Okay.
You nak copy email?
Ada certain participant yang tak dapat buka link.
Oh, okay. Tak apa. I just hang on for a while.
Dengar dialek Kelantan daripada Nazira.
Ini orang Perlis.
Pernah
Oh,
tapi
Kelantan.
ada Kelantan tu dengar sikit tu. Mesti ada pengaruh tu lah.
Ada apa sini? Okay.
Kami orang Penang tak cakap Penang kan? Tak pilih.
Yelah, kita orang Penang ni degil, Prof.
Kelantan ni kuat sikit dia punya influence.
Betul. Kita pula yang kena belajar walaupun kita duduk di Penang belum mengajar dengan student. Tengah tunggu Nazira punya link kok boleh apa katanya.
Saya email Pan.
Okay. Ada dah ya?
Saya collect email sekarang.
Okay.
Tapi
So thanks Michelle.
chat box ni kita boleh access lagi ke lepas ni Prof?
Lepas kita leave meeting saya close, okay, tak ada. But I will share the chat. I will share the chat file dengan you lah, dengan Michelle and you.
Okay.
Yeah, I will save the chat file in case that you don't have time to really go through. And the chat on the YouTube will be there lah nanti.
Okay.
Okay. So is it okay now?
Okay. Dah.
Okay, right. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Bye
Have a nice day,
semua.
Michelle. Have a nice
Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye, Prof. See you.